Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. The fans making some noise here at the Knicks Arena. The New York Knicks are getting settled in. So New York wins the tip. Here's Brunson. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point. Point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
This guy is an absolute scorer from anywhere on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work in the mid-range.
Here's Brunson. That one, no good. Good D by Holmgren. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
And now, we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Consistency as a jump shooter. Jalen Brunson with that quick, compact release.
The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
Here's Williams. OG Anunoby making his last shot. Williams looking around. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
We have that high-value three. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I'll take that one.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
It's time for now into the lineup.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Brunson, right side. Back to Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now here's Brunson. Jacks up a 3. No good that time.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hart. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Brunson. Outside, Towns. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, my goodness. How about the impressive vertical by Lou Dort? No doubt on that slam.
And so here is New York following the score by Oklahoma City. Right side, Towns. Bridges outside. Now here's Towns. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
That can be a difficult shot for some, but Towns very capable in the mid-range.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Bucket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
The kick out to Towns. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. And that's now 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander has that ability to adjust in midair, take the contact. That is nicely done.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And here's Payne. Out to Bridges. Back to Payne. Pass to Achiuwa. Got a piece of it. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Thunder lead by 6. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good.
Well, he's got to be embarrassed for attempting that one. You got to think twice about that next time.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle. And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Bridges outside. And it's off from three-point range. The Thunder leading by 6. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Here's McBride. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Wallace. Shoots over Bridges. Wallace misses. An intentional foul.
Welcome, it's Season 7 in NBA 2K25.
And this week we're tipping off...
On the floor for the visiting San Antonio Spurs. At shooting guard, Klay Thompson. At the other guard position, Ty Jerome. At small forward, Franz Wagner. At the other forward position, Bam Adebayo. At center, Nikola Jokic. The head coach of the visiting team is Greg Popovich. And now the starting lineup. Starting at power forward, at 6'9", number 35, Naz Reid. Starting at shooting guard, 6'4", number 12, Luguentz Dort. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 8.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K. Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. They've got Bam Adebayo, Thompson out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Franz Wagner, and it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Suns, George out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Lou Dort, then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, VA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now here's Thompson. Wagner outside. Jokic the screen to the middle. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, smooth pass there. Wagner can make the game look easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Drives to the hoop. Outside Reed. Three-pointer. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Thompson outside. Oh, George with a steal. And the Suns pushing it up now. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The defense George provides is huge, using his length and instincts to come away with the steals.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Jerome. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Jerome passes to Jokic. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. George with it. Now Thompson defending. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Reed. The three. San Antonio with a rebound.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Poke loose. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Adebayo passes to Jerome. That's tipped. Dort with a steal. In transition. Here's Reed. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Reed's got 5 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Suns.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Free throw good. Wagner.
Yeah, a very energetic player. Franz Wagner always seems to be searching for his next chance to impact the game.
Reed, a screen on Wagner. Here's George. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Thompson finds Adebayo. Back to Thompson. To the paint. Here's Wagner.
As a defender, Porzingis has all the size he needs to intimidate shooters.
Dort against Wagner. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed sets a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded by Adebayo. 4 on the clock. Reed can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And the Suns making a change here. Suggs is checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Podziemski's checked in for Jerome. Here's Podziemski. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Here's Jokic. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Big time rejection from Porzingis. You must be careful trying to shoot when he's lurking nearby.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Jokic on the double team. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Porzingis. Offensive rebound.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
These are his first free throws of the game.
The last game was a close one. His success from the line really helped him secure the dub.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
All right, let's quickly check in with Shams Charania. We're just hearing he has some news, action going on in the Eastern Conference, Shams.
Thank you, B.A. The story today from Boston Nation as the Celtics already have been altering the roster. They are thrilled to be adding an all-time great shooter to their roster in Steph Curry. But more than that, I know from talking to people, Curry's leadership was also something that made him desirable to this organization. They wanted a star who creates a winning atmosphere just by being on the floor. Steph Curry is a champion.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. Different look for Phoenix. Jackson Davis comes in for Reed, and Jamal Murray is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Adebayo finds Wagner. Back to Adebayo. Thompson outside. Here's Jokic. Great D that time from Porzingis. The Suns lead by 4. Now here's Suggs. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Jackson Davis misses.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Champagny, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Porzingis with a screen on Wagner. George's shot is good.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
Outside Podziemski. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Oh, he picked him clean.
It's been a comedy of errors for them so far. They just can't hold on to the ball here in the first half.
Jackson Davis' screen. Murray with it. Wagner picks him up. Murray, no good. Spurs trail by 6.
2 minutes.
Pass to Champagny.
2 minutes.
Down low. Here's Jokic. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Suggs, the pass to George. Now Murray. Over Wagner. Murray, no good. Wagner on the wing. George defending. And stolen by Suggs. Up top, George. Pass to Suggs. 1:19 left in the first quarter here. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup is good.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Look for Phoenix. Bol, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And Trey Murphy subbed in for Paul George. Spurs trail by 8. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Adebayo. Oh, it's blocked by Bol. Now here's Suggs. Defense right on him. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter here. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
And no luck that time either.
And what makes Bam special is his versatility, offensively and defensively. He can do a lot more out there for you than most other guys.
Now here's Suggs. Outside Murray. There's a screen by Bol. The Suns need to get off a shot. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Man. Here's Champagnie. Here's Podziemski. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Phoenix Suns finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. We'll be back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Murray out there with Jalen Suggs. Then there's George, then it's Thomas Bryant, and it's Bol in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Bol. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. Just 4 to shoot. Now here's Suggs. He's guarded by Man. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Spurs trail by 8. Now Adebayo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
There's a screen by Bol. Here's George. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Great recognition of the mismatch and using this smaller defender. Poor guy.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
The Spurs making a switch here. Jerome's checked in. Here's Champagnie. right now averaging 5.5 a game. Here's Adebayo. Goes back up, and he lays it in. Adebayo's got his second basket.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle always on the interior.
Here's the pick. Here's Murray. Second shot opportunity. Dort, the pass to Murray. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Suggs is checked in for the Suns.
Number 4, Jalen Suggs.
Spurs trail by 6. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Suggs. Adebayo sets a screen. Inside. And Adebayo slams it in.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam's so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
Dort, right side. Pass to Suggs. On the take. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
So cunning and effective in screen and rolls. I really like watching Suggs operate in these sets.
Here's Jerome. Dort defending. Adebayo a screen on Dort. Jerome passes to Champagnie. Outside Podziemski. And there's the screen. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Dort, still without a bucket. Pass to Bowl. Nails the baby hook. And it's an 8-point Suns lead.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
And here's Adebayo. Podziemski with it. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Up top, George. Here's the teardrop. Adebayo with the rejection.
What a menacing swat by Bam, letting them know there are no easy shots when he's around.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And how about Brandon Podziemski, Richard? When he's given the minutes, he can stuff the stat sheet.
Yeah, even when it comes to his rebounding, BA, that's the result of great heart, great hustle, and great timing. His teammates feed off his energy.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for the Suns. Gilgeous Alexander comes in for Suggs. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Spurs trail by 7. Gilgeous Alexander with a steal. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous Alexander.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous Alexander. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here's Wagner. He's averaging more than 12 a game, a consistent threat on offense. Jokic with a screen on Dort. To the inside. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
And San Antonio making a change here. Mann's checked in.
Trey Mann.
Five on the clock. Pulls it in from the elbow. Porzingis grabs the board. The Suns lead by 9. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 6 points for him. Outside Reed. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Reed. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Spurs. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ali. Thanks. Pass to Mann. Here's Jerome. They set the pick. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. Jokic just out muscling the defense.
And this is how powerful Jokic is. Able to still score despite the contact.
Tries to spin move. Porzingis sets a screen. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten 4 this quarter.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Outside Edwards. Wagner outside. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Porzingis sets a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA takes it himself. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
And Gilgeous-Alexander is so assertive on the drive. Confident at finishing through contact.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jerome. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Jerome passes to Jokic. Here comes Jokic. And the layup is good off the glass. Jokic has got 6 points.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Phoenix out in front, leading by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Phoenix Suns. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great debaters. Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start.
If anyone out there is still sleeping on SGA, you better wake up. This dude is an elite scoring option. He's got the length, he's got the handles, and he finds ways to get to the rim at will.
I've seen them all. I've been awake on SGA since the beginning, or close to the beginning. He's the real deal.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Here's Suggs. On the court for San Antonio, they've got Nikola Jokic. Bam Adebayo is out there with Wagner. Then it's Thompson, and it's Jerome in at the point guard position. Now here's Suggs. 9-point game. Dort outside from deep. The rebound by the Spurs. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Free throws good, Adebayo. It's both from the stripe. Now here's Suggs. Reed sets a screen. Suggs, the pass to Reed. Dort against Thompson. Reed, a screen on Thompson. Clock at 4. Tries it from 19. Reed can't hit. Spurs trail by 7. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Here's Jokic. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Now George. With some arc. No luck on that one. Thompson with some nice D.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Clay isn't afraid to get physical if he feels like he can get to the line.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he makes the first.
At the line for the Spurs.
So he gets them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Phoenix leading by 5. Suggs outside. Reed sets a screen. It's Suggs with a drive. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
Here's Adebayo. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. It's going to be on Naz Reid. This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line. Free throw's good, Adebayo. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Suggs against Adebayo. Reed to 3. Buries it from 3. Reed's got 8.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Spurs trail by 7. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Some timeouts you just know you're going to get yelled at. And with these turnovers, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be a very pleasant timeout.
All right, everybody, look who's coming. It's time to make some noise for your Suns Breaker and Brew.
Jamal Murray comes in for Dort. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Suggs. Jerome passes to Jokic. There's the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hard to slow the intensity of Jokic's drive. He goes in full force and is fouled in the act.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
And the skill set that Jokic possesses, arguably the most skilled center to ever play the game.
George outside. Pass to Murray. Now Reed. 6 to shoot. George passes to Bol. Count that bucket. Bol's got his second bucket on the night.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Wagner. Jokic with a screen on Murray. Here's Wagner. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Wagner's got his third basket on the night right there. Phoenix leading by 6. And here's George. Bol, a screen on Wagner. George with it, guarded by Adebayo. Murray from outside. It's rebounded by Wagner.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Jokic. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Hangs in the air. Look at Jokic going to work inside.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. A different look for Phoenix. Porzingis comes in for Bol, and Trey Murphy subbed in for Suggs. And San Antonio also making a switch. Podziemski's checked in for Jerome. Right side Murray. Outside Reed. Fires the 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. George against Jokic. Jokic with a screen on Murray. Wagner against Murray. Wagner, the pass to Adebayo. Off target with the 3. The Suns lead by 4. Here's George. Soft touch off the glass. George has got 6 points.
Yeah, great job by George. Now, part of what makes him such a great wing is his crazy ability off the bounce.
Here's Jokic. And no good, trying to use the glass.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Adebayo with it. He's got 11. Over Reed. Adebayo, that's good. He's got 13.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Murray with it, and Jokic picks him up defensively. Right side, Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
Nice shot, Porzingis with the length and the touch.
Spurs trail by 6. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to come hard to the rim time and time again.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break, converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Champagnie, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mann comes in for Klay Thompson.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
Suggs, the pass to Bol, and finished off by Bol.
Yeah, a reliable way to create for others. Suggs disrupts the coverage with the play and makes the pass.
Here's Champagnie. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Mann. Back to Jokic. Mann with it. "11 feet out. Nice jump shot. Mann's got his first basket of the night. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Suggs outside. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Phoenix out in front. They're up by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Suggs is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Bol, then there's Trey Murphy, and it's Porzingis in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Porzingis. Back to Suggs. Dort with it. Wagner picks him up. Dort, the pass to Suggs. From the high post. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And he drops the first.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Jamal Murray is checked in for Suggs. Both good from the line that time. And so Murray will bring it up for Phoenix. There's a screen by Bol. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Now here's Wagner to the middle. Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
The Suns lead by 4. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Murray banked it in off the glass. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Wagner outside. Back to Jerome. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And this is just typical of him. always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who was unafraid to mix it up inside.
Jerome passes to Champagnie. To the paint. Here's Jerome. Pass to Edwards. Nails it from three.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Murray passes to Porzingis. Outside Bull. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Spurs trail by 5. Here's Jerome. Outside Edwards. Here's Wagner. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Bull, a screen on Edwards. And it's Murray off the drive. And down it goes. 2 points. And now a 7-point Phoenix lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Dort against Wagner. And there's a pick. Clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them. And it's blocked by Edwards. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. And throws it down on the coast-to-coast drive.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
A different look for San Antonio. Jokic is checked in for Edwards. Adebayo comes in for Champagnie. And it's Thompson in for Podziemski. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Allie, thank you. San Antonio with the ball. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Jokic shot is good.
Morphing from second-round pick to superstar. Jokic comes up big for this team night after night.
Reed sets a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded by Adebayo. A slam dunk by Reed.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Jerome. Jokic in the post. Defended by Porzingis. And it's Wagner missing. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 9-point game here. 1:41 left in the fourth. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Down low. Here's Jokic. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Reed against Adebayo. Pass to Dort. And here's George. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Suns.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
Jackson Davis is checked in for Phoenix. And the Suns with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, tightly guarded. Up top, George. Over Adebayo. Puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 11. Good on the shot.
Oh, man. I mean, the passing from Jokic is off the charts. Gave his man just a great look.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside read from deep. San Antonio with a rebound.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. It just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And so it's Phoenix with it. They've led by as many as 11. And that's an intentional foul.
Third team foul. At the line for 2.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. They trail by 8. Your thoughts, guys?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tipped away. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And he commits the intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Taking 2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 9-point game here.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game.
So Phoenix wins it. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Tripping, I don't